Back in the building. We back in the building. Y'all already know what to do. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Do me that favor. It ain't gonna hurt you. That like button is free. It ain't gonna cost you. It ain't gonna hurt your feelings, champs. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, man. Because today we gotta talk about Diddy. And we ain't talking about the Diddy trap. Yeah, we gotta talk about B.Sure talking about Diddy. B.Sure, if y'all know who B.Sure is is Kim Porter's baby father also. You know, remember he was with Kim Porter before Diddy got with her. You know, it's a long story between them. But anyway, rest in peace to Kim Porter, Diddy wife, whatever, ex-wife. You know, remember the sad, moment the sad story that she actually passed away off pneumonia, whatever. And that was the story they were saying. But see, according to B.Sure said, nah, that ain't the story. And we've been hearing B.Sure been talking about this allegedly, and everything I speak on is alleged, about Diddy having something to do or knowing more what happened to Kim Porter, according to B.Sure. Now, B.Sure is back again. He been talking about this shit that Diddy got locked up for, with all the shit he's getting claimed for, what he's actually locked up for. B.Sure been talking about this shit almost 10 years ago. He's one of them. And he was actually on the morning show on Friday. And he's back again. You know, he had spoke about it. Yeah, you know, and he felt like Diddy has something to do, allegedly, has something to do with his condition going into a coma. Because remember, B.Sure was all in a coma. God bless, he snapped out of that. God gave him the strength to come back. That's a blessing right there. But he's actually saying Diddy played a role in that part too, according to B.Sure. Nah, Smoke B.Sure bugging. He ain't bugging, y'all. A lot of shit that B.Sure was saying almost 10, 5, 7, 8 years ago, all that shit came to the light now. And he's still talking about the Kim Porter situation. He felt like Diddy got more to do with the Kim Porter passing away, allegedly. We got to talk about those. We're going to go through the clip. We're going to go through the interview that B.Sure did. Yeah, we got to go through this, man. It's nasty work. Everybody thinking about the Diddy trial. No, Diddy got more other shit to worry about, man. That part. Smash that like button. Let's get the show started. Yo, 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 yo. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smash that thumbs up. It ain't going to hurt you. It ain't going to cost you. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel, champs. I don't know what you're waiting on. You don't even know what you're waiting on. Subscribe to that channel. Share this video. Shout out to Team Smoke Gang, all the team, all my members who got their membership. Shout out to my subscribers that been smashing that subscribe button. You want to donate to the channel, the donation is right there, Cash App, and also you can donate by the thank you button on the channel. Let's get this copyright out the way. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is for educational and entertainment purpose. The clips and videos I play also owned by the original creators. So if people don't know what's going on, hold on right quick. If people don't know what's going on, B.Sure accused Diddy involvement in Kim Porter's death and his own health collapse. Say he's willing to testify in federal court. Now, he spoke about this on the morning show. We're going to get to it. Now, y'all remember this? On May 8th, Diddy trial is thrown into chaos as a key witness goes missing. Y'all remember a key witness didn't show up? I think it was the third witness didn't show up or something. Now they can't find the third witness. They don't know where the hell that person at. I don't know what's going on that note. But we're going to get to this B.Sure, man, because there was a lot of speculations and a lot of thoughts and rumors and narratives all in the internet that was saying the way that Kim Porter passed away was kind of fishy. It was kind of like, nah, we were just with her. She was just looking healthy not so long ago. She was just looking healthy yesterday, this, that, and the third. Now, remind y'all, I be telling y'all this, man. When people try to get rid of people, allegedly, they'll do it a slow way. If y'all know what I mean. They won't just walk up on you, the hood way. Yo, let's go spin a block. Let's go knock them off. They ain't going to do all that. Them millionaires like Diddy and all them, no, they do it a smart way. Allegedly, they'll boop, put a little thing in your drink. Y'all know what I mean. Next thing you know, you sick as hell 3 weeks later, a month later, you don't know what's wrong with you, or they'll throw something in your food, allegedly. Next thing you know, you sick as hell, you coming out the hospital, you all sickness, you damn near about to go. Know what I mean? You gotta watch sometimes what you eat, drink, and the environment you be at. Let me pedal back on that. Yeah, let me repeat myself on that. Let that marinate in your brain. If you the type of person, you got a lot of enemies and you in that little high level class type, you in that industry. You done climbed the ladder a little bit, went through a couple of them doors or went through one door, whatever you want to call it. You got to pay attention what's around you, especially if you got enemies, especially if you got people that don't like you, competition, shit like that. That's all competition, competitive. It's a competitive sport in that industry. And they don't like people talking about other people, or they don't like people knowing their business in the past that could harm them in the future. Let me repeat myself. In that type of industry, if they was hanging back in like 1991 or some shit like that, and the nigga know this whole history, and they just stopped being friends in like 2010 or some shit, oh yeah, that's and it's nasty work between y'all two. I mean, it's to a point y'all ready to do damage to each other. Those are the people you gotta watch. A lot of people like that could ruin your career, ruin your damage. So what the millionaires do, they'll try to shut you up, right? We done seen this shit throughout the years, throughout the decades. We done seen a couple bugged out situations. Somebody, you know what I mean, OD'd in the tub or shit like that. And you know all these celebrities' death, the way they pass away, it be very suspicious sometimes. Am I lying? I sit back, I wait on that. I can name so many celebrities, their death was just suspicious to this day. And I ain't talking about the ones that got shot or, I'm talking about ones that be in a hotel room. All of a sudden they in the tub, they find them passed out. Them type of suspicious death right there, you got to question them type of shits. The Kim Porter situation, when people say they were just with her a lot, not so long ago before her death, and they said she was looking fine. But see, in the back end of Kim Porter's situation, I done did videos about this before. Y'all can go check them out. Kim Porter and her close friends that came out, like an B.Sure, that's her baby daddy, she was giving them details and information they have just in case something had happened to her. And y'all remember the All Out book they was allegedly said they was on Amazon, but I think that was the fake one. That's why I think allegedly they probably got Kim Porter out of here because she knew too much about Diddy also. Allegedly. Y'all remember that narrative that was going around when Kim Porter passed away? Everybody was looking at Diddy like, hold up, nah, she was just chilling. Kim Porter was fine. She was at the club mingling and everything. 3 days later, she passed away in her home. Come on, man. What we talking about here? And next thing you know, the trial pump. I mean, all this happens later on. But let's get to B.Sure, though, man, on the morning show. And we're going to continue with this clip. Because B.Sure got his foot on Diddy's neck, even while he's locked up about this Kim Porter situation. He's not letting go about this shit. As he shouldn't. That's his baby mom. He loved Kim Porter. Let's hear what he got to say, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Copyright fair use is definitely in effect. Smash the like button. I'm going to pause it right there. We're going to go right back. I want y'all to catch the beginning when he said, I will find out what happened. It was kind of crazy. B.Sure is saying that his health condition was good. Out of nowhere, that nigga his health just collapsed. That nigga went to a coma. This is what Albie is saying. Albie is saying, oh, I'm going to find out. Albie is saying he's going to find out, or he probably already know. Or he probably put 2 and 2 together. We don't know. Like I said, shit can happen 6 months ago. They done did something, allegedly put something in your drink or your food or something. 6 months later, your whole health just collapsed all of a sudden. That shit called, I'm going to get you slowly, nigga. That's what that shit called right there. How I'm going to get you is slowly. Not fast, nigga. Because I ain't gonna let the evidence come back towards me. So, but we're gonna get this, we're gonna do this the right way. That's what I mean. It's a scary world when you get into that industry. You gotta watch your surroundings. You gotta watch with the people you party with, shit like that. 30 days, 90 days later, your whole health collapsed. You don't know you don't know what the hell happened. There's a such thing that called drugs. I know that, right? Yeah, let me pedal back. Yeah, let that marinate. There's things that you can put in your drink, put in your food. There's things out there that could crush your whole health in 30 days without you even knowing. And you could be dying slowly. Am I lying? I sit back and wait. Ain't that the best way, allegedly? That's the way these people be doing shit nowadays, allegedly. So what I'll be sure was saying at the beginning of this interview, oh, I'm gonna find out what happened because he's unsure what the hell even happened to himself. Let's go back. I ain't gonna stop no more. I just want y'all to catch that beginning. Because he's blaming Diddy on his situation also. Kim Porter, we're gonna continue. Kim Porter was telling her baby daddy, I'll be sure. Like, leave us alone. Leave leave little Albie alone. Y'all know that because the little light-skinned nigga, the one that's kind of tall, the one that look just like Albie Shore, that's Albie Shore's son. Not the other little light-skinned nigga, not Justin. Was it with Justin or some shit like that? The other light-skinned one. That's allegedly that's supposed to be Wolf's son. The one that passed away, Diddy's security best friend, that's from New York City. Y'all know about Wolf, go do your research and y'all see what I'm talking about. Because the other light-skinned one, the only one look like Diddy is the one that we see now. His twin, his little twin, whatever. But the two light-skinned one is Albie Shore, and the other one allegedly supposed to be by Wolf. I don't know how true it is. But going back to Albie Shore, Kim Porter was allegedly going back telling Albie, like, yo, leave us alone. This nigga's is dangerous. There's a lot of shit that Kim Porter knew about Diddy, man. So that's what you think about. You sit back, you like, what's the possibility that this nigga could have played a little play in Kim Porter death, allegedly? I'm only speaking alleged, but in question, you start questioning that shit. You start thinking about it. Because there's niggas is capable of doing shit like that. They got the money. They powerful. They can make you go away with a whole question mark on that shit. What we talking about? People be thinking about that shit for 15 years. How the hell you die? Until the real answer come out. That's how they do shit. Especially when you got money. So you question that shit. You question what Kim told Albie. What Kim told Albie Shore about a lot of shit was going on in the back end with Diddy and this whole situation. Kim didn't want to come out and speak about it. There was an all-tell-out book she was going to drop. All of a sudden, she passed away. What are we talking about? What was in that all-tell book? Now, the all-tell book they got running around on the internet, they say that shit was bogus. They saying that shit wasn't a real deal. The all-real tell-out book obviously didn't hit the shelf. That's what they were saying. Because that shit, they said her book was deep. I mean, she dived deep in a relationship, Diddy life for the beginning. She met this nigga all the way to the end, nigga. She did even say she was speaking about Biggie Smalls and Tupac's situation in her book. Kim Porter know a lot, man. Keep telling y'all, man. Her death was just, it was out of the blue, man. But let's continue with Albie Shore in this interview, though. Peep this out. He said that shit not even a celebration of this nigga being incarcerated, locked up right now for the charges he's charged for. He's going deep in. He's like, nigga, nigga, I know you got something to do with Kim, our baby mom, and you probably got something to do with me trying to knock me out. Nigga, knock me off out this planet and put me in the coma. But I snapped out of that shit, according to Albie Shore. That's how he feel. Y'all gotta understand, man. People can't just judge, man, Albie was one. People were saying Albie Shore was bugging out back then when he was talking about this shit about Diddy 10 years ago, and then 10 years later, look what this shit hit the light. Everything that Diddy getting charged with and all this, Albie Shore spoke about this shit years ago. He was throwing subliminal messages out there. Like he said, he should post shit on his Instagram, shit here and there, little shit like that. People wasn't paying attention. I was one of them niggas like, man, Albie did a sit back. He probably just mad, he probably just, the son don't want to rock with him. The son more Diddy side of it. That's how I was thinking. Everybody was thinking like that. Albie Shore was hating on Diddy. But look what the whole time Albie Shore was on point. The whole time he was on point. Everything that he was throwing out there as far as that subliminal messages, like on his social media, jumping on little platforms, little live, little Instagram lives and shit, all that shit came to the light, champs. That nigga was not bugged out. That nigga was not crazy. So who's we to say that he might be right about the Kim Porter situation, man? Who is we to say he might be right? Let me pedal back. Let that marinate in your brain. Who is we to say this nigga might be right about the Kim Porter situation? He was right about everything else because everything else came to the light. Look, and everything that this nigga getting charged with, I'll be sure was spitting that shit back 10, 15 years ago. Everybody thought he was bugged out. He was hating. Woo! I'm telling y'all, it's getting hot, boy. I'm telling you, it's getting hot in that court, man. Diddy, they better not start bringing murder charges up. I'm trying to tell you. Let's continue, though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know the vibes, man. I'm telling y'all. Only thing that kind of like, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. It's kind of believable, or it makes you think. Let me say it makes you think. You kind of question it. Because who's would it say Diddy, the power that he had in more situations that we don't know about? Like I said, they do shit smart, slowly, and they'll get away with that shit most of the time. Allegedly. They ain't just gonna do it the old school way, knock you off and all that. Nah, they might not mean they're gonna do it the right way. But who's would it say what type of information Kim Porter was gonna put out there? After she finally was gonna just leave Diddy and be like, yo, I'm done with you, I'm out, I'm gonna drop this book, that's it. Who's would it say Diddy said you ain't gonna do that, you ain't gonna ruin my career? Because you gotta remember, all this happened before Diddy trial, before they came with an indictment, before all this. He passed away before all this happened. So what type of information Kim Porter had, what type of information Kim Porter had in her book that she was going to drop actually on her life with Diddy and the outside life that Diddy was running around doing outside the outside life, all the crazy shit. What information Kim Porter obviously had on her ex-husband before she passed away. What information she gave B.Sure to make B.Sure think the way he's thinking. B.Sure's in that industry also. He know people also. So Kim Porter ain't the only information that B.Sure is getting about Diddy. So let that marinate in your brain. He's an industry nigga too, B.Sure. That part, what are we talking about? He got connections up there, still connected to well-connected people and all that. So what information B.Sure probably was getting also? That he was hearing allegedly about the Kim Porter situation and everything else that was going around Diddy. We don't know. We don't know. Because Kim Porter not here, obviously, because somehow, some ways, he passed away. And a lot of people say she was looking normal to everybody else. The last moments everybody seen her. But let's continue. We ain't done. We're going to go back memory lane to some old clips about what B.Sure speaking about this, man. Let's get to it, man. We ain't done.
Keep in mind that what people were fed in this propaganda against me over the years about, oh, Buffy did this and adopted your kid and adopted this. There's no adoption. None. There's no letter to my father and all that. All crafted by a publicist. And if you haven't noticed, his name is still Brown. People thought I was absent, things of that nature. It was basically instructed by Kimberly. I was told that Buffy wasn't too happy about anyone who had a relationship with Kimberly. I was very much under, listen, you promise on our son's life, you know, just stay out of the way, don't get involved. Being told, please, don't do that tough guy Mount Vernon shit, you will get killed. Even to the point where I remember, oof. Yeah, no, I can't go into that. There's legal proceedings going on right now, so this will be, but yeah, I will share that at some point. Let's just say, you gotta listen to Kimberly. Because not only was she trying to save me, she was putting her own life in danger. I have to.
Ganja. What information Kim Porter was giving B.Sure, man? Listen, man. When a nigga get cased up and he locked up for the charge he's locked up for, meaning Diddy, why would B.Sure continue talking about this shit? Why would B.Sure continue like, man, you know what? He gonna be done anyway. Why B.Sure still going on morning shows like, nah, that nigga has something to do with Kim Porter and me, nigga? Because there's shit that he know. There's shit like he said on that morning show. I know the truth. That nigga knows shit. He probably got shit in his in his possession that Kim Porter probably gave to him that Diddy don't even know about. What we talking about? There's probably some information. Let me repeat myself. There's probably some information that Kim Porter probably gave Al B.Sure that Diddy don't know about, and a couple other people don't even know about. Al B.Sure got that shit in the cut, locked in. Who was we to say he would? That's the type of shit that could smoke this nigga out of here. Nah, smoke. Why he ain't go to the feds? Don't show them already. We don't know. Everything is a question right now. We don't know what type of information Al B.Sure got. We don't know if Al B.Sure got some proof for anything that he has something to do or allegedly knowing what really happened to Kim Porter. We don't know about that. Only Al B.Sure could tell us that shit whenever the hell he really want to come out and say. But according to what he said, man, he said, I talked to her all the time. She was fine. But it was deep conversations they probably had about Diddy that Kim Porter know about. And there's only but so many people you could speak to. And Al B.Sure was one of them, according to everybody, according to Al B.Sure and a couple of other close friends that was close to Kim Porter. Deep secrets that she know about Diddy and deep secrets that she went through with Diddy. This is nasty, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. But let's continue with Al B.Sure, man.
He thought you were crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. Pray for the young people. You know what this is. It's not a game. And please understand very clearly, there is zero woosah moments, me talking about situations for over more than a decade and a half, and then all of a sudden everybody woke up like, whoa, yo, we thought you were crazy. Yeah, I am crazy. I'm crazy to tell a mother on 3 forms of public transportation across a bridge to get to work to support me that, hey, I may have to pass on these opportunities for scholarships because I'm going to write a song and we're going to eat for the rest of our lives. That's crazy. But what I am not is a liar. That I'm not. All I did was give the science. I was ignored, laughed at, ridiculed, things of that nature. But that's okay. My God is so much bigger that my God got me. And I got you. Wait.
Everybody thought Al B was crazy. All the years Al B.Sure was talking about that Diddy did this, Diddy was doing this, Diddy was doing that. Everybody thought he was crazy and he was hating on Diddy. Come to find out, this man wasn't. Let's continue, man.
You seen what Albie Short said? Him insinuating that Diddy had something to do with him getting in the coma?
And I don't know if Diddy capable of doing that. If he capable of blowing people's cars up. If he capable of giving, what's that guy named Machine Gun Kelly, drugs to have him butt naked in the window dancing. That's his own artist said that. I ain't making this shit up, bro. You ain't hear his artist say that? Machine Gun Kelly said, yo, the nigga gave me something I smoked. It was called the Snoop Doggy Dog. They told me only take 4 hits. I took more than 4 hits. I was butt naked and dancing in front of his window. I was like, is he capable of doing that? Yo, anything is possible, man. But I would wonder, how did he get that close to Al to give him anything? Or who did he give something to get an Al to make that happen to him? Because, him and Al never been the best of friends. If Al got something to say about that's happening to him and Puff has something to do with, trust and believe he going to have evidence to substantiate that Puff did that shit. Either he gave him something or sent something his way.
But you seen what Al.
And then you hear him on the morning show saying, yeah, I got the proof in this. Al B.Sure knows something, got something, pause. He knows it's something that this nigga holding against Diddy that he's like, listen, I'm telling y'all right now, if Diddy beat this case, whatever, or beat the heavy charges on this case, if it's a possibility, some strange reason they're going to go back and bring this Kim Porter situation and a couple other situations involved. They're going to start bringing murder charges on Diddy next. I guarantee y'all, man. Mark my word, allegedly. Guarantee y'all. Telling y'all, they not playing with this nigga. Especially when you got a nigga like Al B.Sure got his foot on his nigga neck like this, going on morning shows still. Why this nigga facing trial? Like, yeah, this nigga trying to kill me and Kim Porter allegedly. This and that, and I got the proof, and I know this and that. Like, what type of proof this man got? Let's start off with the Kim Porter situation. What the hell did she tell him? What proof do you have? What evidence do you have? And why you don't show the public right now? And when are you going to show the public whatever type of proof and evidence that you got that he know about Kim Porter's situation or was involved allegedly in Kim Porter's death? That's the spooky shit about this shit. These are people that Diddy got to worry about now. And who's would have said Diddy probably tried to knock his ass off when he was on the coma? God bless, he snapped out of that. You heard Big G, man. There's ways to get you, man. Smoking, drop something in your drink, allegedly, food, and this. There's way to get people, bro. You just gotta watch your surroundings and know what the hell you're taking, and know what you're doing. That's the whole point about this situation. So I'll be sure, according to the way he's talking, he's like, nah, something happened to me. My condition just collapsed quick. Let's continue.
Right? According to the autopsy report, that Kim passed away in her sleep, right? And the complications were due to pneumonia, right? Nobody talked about none of the things that this person expressed within this email. Now, another interesting dynamic about this email that sticks out like a sore thumb is the fact that this person is alleging that Kim Porter called 911 at 2:43 in the morning, right? And so when you assess the situation, if Kim Porter made a call to 911 2:43 in the morning, and then later on at 11 o'clock, she's found passed away, what was she calling 911 for? If there was a medical professional on hand, I think that medical professional, if there was any type of emergency with Kim Porter, that they would have called 911 to get Kim Porter to the ER. Now, look, there could have been a multitude of reasons of why Kim called 911 at 2:43 in the morning, right? But it's just fishy to me because that's the same morning that she passed away.
What happened at that? What was she gonna say? What was she gonna do? Like, it's sad, man. Rest in peace to Kim Porter. It's sad, man. It's a spooky situation, and I know a lot of people got a big question mark on that situation. Like, nah, we not going by pneumonia shit. A lot of people that know her and that was around her, they not going by that shit. They only going by it now because that's all they could. But I guarantee you, in their house and close little conversations, they not going with that story, man. They know something happened to their loved one, Kim Porter, or their friend Kim Porter. They know something happened. I'll be sure ain't the only one that feel that way, know something, but he's the only one that got the guts to come out and talk about it in public for the last couple of years since Kim Porter passed away. He was the only one. Everybody else got questions on that shit too, but they not coming up front like I'll be sure is coming up front with that. I mean, with the Kim Porter shit before Diddy even got caught with this indictment. I'll be sure was still talking like this. It's something behind this story, man. It's something. I'm telling y'all, there's something, man.
There are growing calls for an investigation into the circumstances leading to Porter's death. R&B star and Mount Vernon, New York native B.Sure, who also had a relationship with Porter prior to Combs and shared a son with her, taking to Instagram in a series of posts calling for the truth, in his words, to be uncovered. I'm writing this post, he says, to formally request an investigation into an entire group of individuals who worked at or around the residence of Miss Kimberly Porter.
I'm just being obedient. It's now time to speak up. There's a lot to it, a lot to unfold.
Kim Porter.
Yes, my ex Kim Porter, my son's mom, Quincy.
Do you think something shady happened there?
Absolutely.
Porter was found dead in her Southern California home after experiencing flu-like symptoms for 4 days. The coroner ruled her death natural, with the cause listed as labor pneumonia.
It's a lot of questions, man. It's a lot of questions, man. That's why I said, man, with this situation, if they try to go back and want to go see what's going on, they can start bringing murder charges on Diddy or conspiracy or try to question him about him. It's a lot of questions about the deaths that happened around Diddy. That part. You're the only one standing. I'll be sure from the Uptown Records. Remember that now. A lot of people from their circle, they out of here. I'll be sure said I'm the only one standing now, man, that been around Diddy since back in the days. It's a lot of questions. And I'm talking about business-wise, close friends circle, that type of shit. Not the artists and all that, but if you look at all the people that passed away, from artists to people close to Albie, from Uptown Records all the way to Bad Boy, a lot of people just passed away suspicious. Pardon me. Cause of death, natural, this and that, and Biggie Small situation, big conspiracy about that. A lot of fishy situations around Diddy, cause of death that happened around him, man. It'd be a lot of fishy shit, man. And we seeing this shit with our own eyes. That's the crazy part about this. But we just go past it. We just like, we don't want that. I don't think Diddy do that. I don't think Diddy will do that. I don't think Diddy that. That's what we'll be thinking. But then when shit hit the fan like this, you go back, you start thinking, you like, damn, this nigga's a possibility. This nigga could have been on some crazy shit and probably did do a lot of this shit to stay on top. Money, greed, and power, man. That shit don't mix, bro. When you greedy and you want royalties and you want all that shit, these artists, when they can't get their royalties, they can't get nothing, they masters and all that in their music. That shit called greed. You don't want to give it back to your artist, so you want to keep it. And then if they got several smash hits under your label, you'll try to end up knocking them off so you can that shit can feed you and your family for the rest of your life. You don't own any masters, you don't own nothing. Your CEO own all that shit. As an artist, you ain't got none of that shit. Your family ain't eating no more. Come on, man. Come on, man. So who's with to say Diddy in it? It's a possibility that the Kim Porter situation. What y'all think? I want to hear y'all smoke on that. What y'all think? Y'all think Diddy's a possibility he could have played a role in that? Y'all think so? I don't know, man.
Why do some people believe Kim Porter's death wasn't an accident? Let's dive in. In 2018, Kim Porter, Diddy's ex and mother to his 3 kids, tragically passed away. Official cause? Lobar pneumonia. But wait, Al B ain't buying it. He's calling for an investigation, claiming foul play. On Instagram, Al B dropped bombshells. He says Porter's death was no accident but a conspiracy. What about her unpublished memoir notes? Gone. Stolen, he says. Al B believes Kim was about to spill some serious tea, similar to Cassie Ventura's later revelations about Diddy. Was that a motive for her untimely death? And get this, he even alleges he's been silenced and medically harmed to keep quiet. Talk about drama. With Diddy's recent arrest on unrelated charges, Al B claims are gaining traction. Is it time to take a closer look at Kim Porter's death? Stay tuned for more updates.
It's a possibility, man, before I get out of here, though. I want y'all to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Do y'all think B.Sure onto something? Do y'all think B.Sure knows something? Do you think B.Sure right about what the hell he's talking about? I want to hear y'all answer about that. I want to hear y'all smoke on that. Because this nigga done beat the coma. God bless him. Now he's still on the marathon about, man, Diddy got something to do with all this. That nigga ain't stopping. The coma didn't even stop that nigga. You would think a nigga, if he lying or something, you'd be like, you know what, I almost lost my life fucking with this. Let me part my language. I almost lost my life effing with this. You would think a dude would stop. You would think homie would stop. He still going. What the story? That tells me that him and Kim Porter had a lot of conversations on that phone and face-to-face on the low, pause, between them two about Diddy and a lot of other shit. And this nigga B.Sure know everything, man. Probably got shit recorded with Kim Porter talking. We don't know what this nigga got in the closet, hidden, locked in the shelf somewhere. Like, nigga, I got all types of shit on this nigga. We don't know what Albie got, man. Remember, that's his baby mom, man. Kim Porter, she only went to a few people to go talk about her problems and serious problems between her and Diddy, and B.Sure was one of them. Go back to Kim old interviews. She even speak that her and Albie still had that connection. I'm out of here, man. I want to hear y'all thought on the situation. Is B.Sure right about this? If this dude beat the Rico, you think they're gonna end up reopening Kim Porter case and a couple other cases and try to glue this nigga Diddy into the case, or try to connect them to them cases or question them about these cases? That's a possibility. Because it's very strange how everybody just fall and pass away, and they pass away on some strange shit around Diddy, man. They go to jail or they pass away. Those are like the two things around Bad Boy Records. I'm out of here. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Give me y'all thoughts and y'all opinion about this. Till then, y'all already know the vibes. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. Salute, gang. I'm out of here, man. Rest in peace to Kim Porter, man.